Good afternoon. My name is Bria Estrada, and I'm the Sparks High School Student Body President. Graduates, family, friends, Sparks High School staff, officers of Freno, and distinguished guests, we are honored to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2020-21. Please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors. Presenting the colors are Cadet Lieutenant Colonel George Palayo, Cadet Corporal Priscilla Gayton, Cadet First Sergeant Vincent Gayton, and Cadet Corporal Judith Benson. Following the presentation of colors, please remain standing for the National Anthem. Thank you. You may now be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Margarita Quiroz, and I am the student class president of Sparks High School. This afternoon, we have many guests celebrating this amazing occasion with us. Please join us in welcoming the following distinguished guests. Washoe County School District Board of Trustees, Dr. Angela D. Taylor, President. Ms. Ellen Minetto, Clerk. Washoe County School District Leadership, Dr. Christine McNeil, Superintendent. Mrs. Deborah Beiersdorf, Deputy Superintendent. Mrs. Lauren Ford Baxter, Area Superintendent. I would also like to introduce our very own Sparks High School administrative team. Bryce Shulroy, Rob Petrell, and Tina Rosa, Dean of Students. CJ Waddell, Dave Murdoch. And Robert Olesevich, Assistant Principal. And now, the current Nevada Secondary Principal of the Year, Mr. Carroll. I would also like to recognize all the teachers, counselors, and support personnel. Your guidance, help, and understanding the last 4 years have helped us reach our goals and dreams. Thank you. At this time, I would like to call to the podium the class of 2021's salutatorian, Evelyn Reyes, with the conditions it takes to graduate.
Hello and welcome to all teachers, staff, friends, family, the support systems during these years, and to all the ones that made this event possible and significant. But most importantly, I want to welcome and congratulate my classmates. We're here, we made it, we earned it, and we deserve a round of applause. I'm expected to give an inspirational talk about the future, but instead, I think it would be fun to reflect on our past and the transitions in our lives that have brought us to this moment. To do so, I open an invite for you, my peers, to share the mic and phrases that inspired you and aided in those transitions. This is our graduation. This is about us and our stories. Take pride in your story and all the people in it, because at the end of the day, your story has created you. Let's start back in kindergarten, when some kids cried for their moms and others were happy to be out of the house and hanging out with other kids. It might have been the first time that we were away from home for a long period, the first time we separated from our grandma, grandpa, guardian, or mom and dad, from our people. But that didn't stop their advice and care.
Como dice mi madre y otras madres hispanas, llévate un suéter por si acaso.
For many of us, our parents and their advice remain our backbone, our warm sweater on a cold day. It could be someone else too, but there's always that person. So right now, try to make eye contact with your person or your people, and stand up if you need to. And don't embarrass me on this one, I can't be hearing crickets. But on 3, we're going to say thank you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, if you didn't go to preschool like me, the first day of kindergarten was really the day that this journey started, back in 2008. Today, that journey of school will end for some. For others, today is just the pizza party after the CRT testing in 4th grade, getting ready to go on to 5th. Those CRT tests were only the tip of the testing iceberg in elementary school. Remember comparing math scores right after finishing them, and doing BBQs in 6th grade with Miss Banker or Miss Garrison? Remember memorizing the times tables? If I were to ask you what 7 times 8 is, would you know off the top of your head? Or would you pull out that calculator that teachers promised nobody would carry in their pockets? Remember arguing over what color we were from the Power Rangers? Remember just living the moment, not recording the moment because not all button Nokias and flip phones had cameras. Middle school was a period we don't often talk about. It was cringy and weird and cringy, but also important. Middle school, as we know, is one of the biggest transition periods in our lifetime. Some of y'all started dating for real, and we felt so much older than we actually were. We were 13 and attending dances in heels and mini dresses. Yet, I bet que no sabíamos ni voltear una tortilla. We still felt like we were at the highest point on this earth. During 8th grade, we were even higher, quite literally. But we were cool, right? No, because then high school started and we were back to being the cringy little annoying babies of the school. No shade towards the freshmen though. We had to put ourselves out there to climb up again. We had to learn to follow Sarah's advice.
Like my parents always say, become comfortable being uncomfortable.
I'm sure we all did something that scared us during these 4 years of high school. Maybe that was the way we chose how to become known. Some of us through our grades, others our ability to play an instrument, or our athleticism, participation in leadership, or the tech programs. But hey, shout out to the ones always playing video games in Peseno's classroom, or in the library. The ones that were always in Miss David's class retaking a test. The ones that always left campus for lunch and rarely came back for 5th and 6th. Shout out to the guys that were singing their hearts out at our senior assembly just a couple weeks back. All of us here are known for something. We went through that struggle together at the start of high school. That struggle may have brought us some of our realest friends, the ones that if we were to jump off a cliff, they would too. This struggle may have brought us closer to our family as well. My point is that we have created some really strong support systems that are here to stay through it all.
Like my dad always said, no matter what you do in life, I'll always be there to support you every step of the way.
These support systems became really important, especially this past year when COVID hit. Overnight, there were 2 weeks of no school due to quarantine in March 2020. Those 2 weeks turned into months, and then our future flashed before our eyes when senior year started and we were still on that long extension of the first 2 weeks, not knowing when it was going to end. Our dances, assemblies, events, and sports were canceled. We started this weird hybrid schedule and we learned to master Zoom. Unfortunately, some of us took an even harder hit losing our people to this virus. My heart goes out to all of you who have to experience that loss. I am truly sorry. This pandemic really beat us up, huh? Physically, mentally, and emotionally. But we didn't give up.
As Eric Thomas said, you gotta want it more than you want to breathe.
I guess we really wanted to wear these goofy robes and funny hats because we made it. We wanted it more than anything. Nos pusimos las pilas, aprendimos a voltear esa tortilla, and we graduated. Through it all, we graduated, and now we are going our separate ways. My grandpa, que descanse en paz, used to say, no hay nada más bonito como que cada quien haga lo que le dé su gana, le sirva o no. There is nothing more beautiful than everybody doing what they want, whether it benefits them or not. Whatever we end up going, college or not, we still have this moment that will bond us for life. We are the Sparks High School graduating class of 2021. Yeah, we're the ones that didn't get a senior year. Well, I'm guessing many of you are bored listening to me, but I'm gonna keep going because you know what? Going back to us being young and now all of a sudden graduating, I don't remember knowing if Tom ever ate Jerry or if Timmy ever did lose his godparents for being too old like us. Or did Danny Phantom ever get a girlfriend? Because anyways, what happened to making cootie catchers? We really grew up so fast that within our lifespan, we saw flip phones, we saw CDs and cassettes, and now we see little kids with the latest iPhone, self-driving cars, and plasma TVs. Sit tight, I'm almost done. I have one more person here. He's the one that will give us all good advice for the future, since I just kept talking about cooking tortillas.
As my dad always told me, hagan todo lo posible, nada en esta vida es gratis, pero no voy a andar con ustedes, pero creo que hagan todo lo posible y que sean felices.
I will repeat his line one more time because this is important, so pay attention. Do all that is possible. Nothing in this life is free. I won't be with you guys, but I want you to do all that is possible and for all of you to be happy. I want to thank these 5 amazing people for helping me out today. I was really freaking out about this speech. But also, thank you all for listening and for your contribution to this school's history. Remember, once a railroader, always a railroader. So take pride in that. Also remember to work hard, be thankful, and stay humble, always. For those of us that are a little slow and have not realized it yet, I will take great pride in letting you know that this great game called life starts now.
Thank you, Evelyn. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is now my great pleasure to introduce Sparks High School valedictorian of the class of 2021, Mr. Kevin Valadez, with his speech, My Message to You.
Hello and good afternoon, graduating class of 2021. As I stand here today, I'm reminded of the great ties that make up the strong-spirited community of Sparkside. Sorry guys, the wind. To all the parents, guardians, siblings, coaches, mentors, teachers, administrators, and staff in the crowd, would you please rise and share a round of applause? For if it wasn't for your contributions and sacrifices, we would not be here today. It is with the support of these people we have the honor of sharing today's successes. Take a moment to think about the people that guided you, supported you, motivated you. Take a moment to recognize all the events that have led to this milestone, 13 years in the making. To graduates in the crowd, congratulations, you made it. Although many of us, it may be the first time we've seen each other since March of 2020, what originally was supposed to be 2 weeks spiraled into 4, 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, 7 months. I believe I speak for all of us today when I say graduating in the middle of a pandemic and other historic events have brought unwarranted stress, but nevertheless, we persevered. By no means did we have a regular senior year. We never had homecoming week. We didn't have to do our fall sports, and much of us never had the luxury of experiencing a prom. Most of us were separated on distance learning, hybrid learning, but we still fought on. We couldn't have done it alone. Each of us has someone who shared our successes together. We all had someone to pick us up when we were down, that supported us unconditionally and allowed us to flourish as we venture out into the real world. I couldn't have accomplished anything with the support of my mothers and sisters. To my mother, wherever you are in the crowd, I know that it was difficult raising 3 children single-handedly while being undocumented, and I don't think you realize how much of an inspiration you are to me and how much you've accomplished despite the odds. I know I was a difficult child to raise, and I was problematic at times. Thank you for your guidance, support, and occasional slap on the wrist. You are the reason for my successes. To my older sisters in the crowd, Salma and Brenda, it seems like just yesterday I was in 3rd grade. Both of you brought me to Sparks High for Sparks High Night of All Nations, introducing me to a glimpse of the family of Sparks High. Thank you. I wouldn't have done anything without your help. I would have been a completely different person. And in many ways, they paved the path for me. To the amazing teachers of Sparks High, thank you all. Mr. Svalka, thank you for single-handedly carrying the music program and letting us perform all against schools during marching season. Ms. Harper and Mr. Garden, your lectures were more meaningful than any other book I could have read. Thank you for your dedication and commitment you have to your students. But today, I would like to give a shout out to a teacher who's sadly retiring this year, but has helped my family in more ways than I could ever possibly know. Mr. Garcia, if you're in the crowd, thank you for all your guidance. The level of support you've given to me, my family, and my sisters is unfathomable. You've taught me more than basic grammar in Spanish but taught me to appreciate my Spanish roots. You've left an imprint on Spanish-speaking communities and students of Sparks High who were brave enough to take your class. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. I hope retirement treats you well in the desert. I'm just kidding. But we both know you'll be out there anyways. Sparks High is like no other school. Our close-knit community has flourished into a second family. Thank you all for your help. I know I can always depend on my Sparks High family whenever I'm struggling. Although we spent the majority of the year separate, I hope to see future classes at Sparks High welcomed with open arms, students bright-eyed and ready to learn. Despite our struggles, we are finally here. Only now do I think I understand the quote that Walt Disney once said, "All the adversity I've had in my life, all of my troubles and obstacles, you have strengthened me." You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. Although many of us have struggled this year, although many of us struggle to find the incentive to get up and join our Zoom classes and do something with our lives, although many of us were left tired and scared, pondering at the question of what we'll do with our lives once high school ends, to the graduates, I want to say, you're stronger than you think. And at this point, we can only do one thing. That's to move on. Congratulate yourselves for your perseverance. Mentors can only do so much, but this is ultimately your success. The friends and experiences you made, take it with you. Learn from it. Cherish it. In the words of Amanda Gorman in The Hill We Climb, for while we have our eyes set on the future, history has its eyes set on us. Class of 2021, I challenge you to pave your own path and to make your place in this world. Thank you. And remember, once a railroader, always a railroader.
Thank you, Kevin. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I introduce Mr. Carroll, Principal of Sparks.
Good afternoon and congratulations, Sparks High Class of 2021. Give yourselves a hand. I am so honored to be here with you celebrating your graduation as you end one chapter of your life and begin a new chapter today. I'd like to thank Superintendent Dr. Kristen McNeil, Deputy Superintendent Deborah Beiersdorf, Area Superintendent Lauren Ford, our many other district leaders and members of Board of Trustees for joining us on this special day and providing your support so that these students sitting here can participate in their graduation ceremony. Thank you. At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank our teachers, counselors, support staff, and administrators for a successful school year amid a global pandemic and all that you have done for our graduates. Your dedication and commitment is what makes Sparks High School the amazing school that it is. I won't make you stand again, but let's give them a big round of applause. Graduates of the class of 2021, I know that you would agree that you would not be here this afternoon if it was not for your parents, grandparents, guardians, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins who are in the audience today or watching via live stream. So thank you to all of our families for committing to the student successes that we are celebrating. Finally, we have some staff members that will be graduating with all of you today as they head off into their new chapters of retirement. I'd like to recognize our retirees who are joining us. First off, Miss Virginia Coffey. Will you please stand so we can recognize you? Miss Melanie Reeves, will you please stand? And Mr. Cesar Garcia. Thank you for your commitment to many years you've dedicated to education. Now to the graduates of 2021. Wow. First and foremost, congratulations. This has been a school year like no other, and every one of you should be proud of your accomplishments, not only this year, but the past 12 years of your life. During this historic year, you have endured so much, both in your school world and your personal world. Who would have thought a year and a half ago you would not have a prom? You'd be there wearing a mask every day to school. he would not get to participate or watch Mr. Sparks High School or lip sync. We'd have hybrid and full distance learning. Fall sports would be in the spring. In-person class sizes were under 10 students. I know our teachers like that. There would be hundreds of desks in the middle of the hall so we could have one-way traffic on each side. Staff and students would be excluded. A graduation in our beautiful stadium today. Well, I can go on and on and on, but I want to talk about a few words that describe each one of you and the characteristics that you possess and have allowed you to sit here today. First off, you are resilient. Resilience is defined as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. It's toughness. You have grit. Grit is defined as courage and resolve, strength of character. You've had to learn to become vulnerable. Vulnerability is defined as the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being physically or emotionally struck. You've been tenacious. Tenacity is defined as the quality or fact of being very determined. You should all be extremely proud of yourselves because I know it was not easy for any of you to be sitting here right now. Not only did you have to maneuver through a pandemic, you still had an education to pursue, family members to take care of, jobs to pay the bills, and most importantly, just trying to take care of yourself. Class of 2021, as you move forward after today, I'd like you to continue to set high goals, work hard to reach those aspirations, and once you reach those goals, set more. And you may not always reach those goals, but as American motivational speaker Les Brown once said, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. As you enter the real world, and whether you'll be going to college, getting jobs, raising families, or pursuing other interests and hobbies, there will be challenges along the way. My message to you is that as long as you continue to reach that moon, you will persevere through these challenging times and become stronger individuals as a result of aiming for these goals. I believe this past year has proven that, right? So, in closing today, thank you for all that you have done for Sparks High School. The legacy that your class has left on Sparks High, the relationships that have been built, and the successes that you have achieved will never be forgotten. And thank you for being a part of my life these last 4 years. And always remember, I know we've already said it twice, once a railroader, always a railroader. Now, Superintendent McNeil and the Board of Trustees, it is my honor and pleasure to present to you the Sparks High Class of 2021. These students have fulfilled the provisions required by the Washoe County School District's Board policies and administrative regulations, the Nevada Administrative Code, and the Nevada Revised Statutes. This accomplishment allows them to participate in this graduation ceremony. Seniors, please prepare to come forward for individual recognition announced by Ms. Lori Farias and Mr. Phil Harriman. Thank you and congratulations.
Kevin Valadez Marquez.
It's going to be just a second here. He is the best, isn't he? He has the patience to do it. All right. Congratulations.
Carolyn Ramirez.
Brianna Estrada Galindo.
Brianna Martinez.
Margarita Quiros Murillo.
Tommy Elm.
There you go.
Evelyn Reyes.
Lillian Dumont.
Jashawn Core.
Sanae Uribe Valencia.
Janet Kuna Zavala.
Celeste Chagoya Frosto.
Myra James Torres Davila.
Cindy Garcia.
Eric Chides Cano.
Giselle Delgado Gonzalez.
Anaí Flores Bohar.
Claire Fuentes.
Crystal Ramales Salas.
Kimberly Yvonne Luna.
Ana Christina Magana Gonzalez.
Brandon Gonzalez.
Azul Palacios.
Eduardo Magana Perez.
Angelica Reyes Fierros.
Ivan Garcia.
Jose Angel Reyes Lavas.
Logan Foz.
Jessica Sandoval.
Rita Calderon Ramirez.
Emily Montserrat Martinez Garcia.
Lizette Dominguez.
Oscar Baltazar Vivero.
Naomi Rodriguez.
Sitlali Avalos.
Miguel Ramirez Tejeda.
Maria Velez Alfonson.
Wesley Velasquez.
Leandro de Alba Villegas.
Natalie Villanueva Serrano.
Emily Lopez Lara.
Emily Diaz Olivez.
Yuracelt Hernandez Guzman.
Brian Pareja Centeno.
Andrea Guizar.
Jennifer Perez Monroy.
Corelli Aguilar Torres.
Andrew Harrison.
Angelica Fonseca.
Haley Oliver.
Aaliyah Hurtado Larios.
Diego Hernandez.
Cindy Mesa. Yamin Saya.
Jesus Angel Fernandez.
Yahir Villalobos.
Bianca Fernandez.
Jocelyn Saya.
Paulina Armenta Munoz.
Yasmin Topete.
Aisha Marie McElmurray.
Ashley Arlette Perez.
Yoselin Neristal.
Yoselin Yanis Trujillo.
Leslie Navarro Chavez.
Rose Cedena.
Fernando Aguilar.
Mason Thorpe.
Aristotle Joseph.
Andrea Pune.
Alexon Samuel Payne.
Andrea Ramirez Ruiz.
Lorenzo Guerra Carrera.
Lisette Lopez.
Jesus Aparicio.
Cheryl Harawa.
Emilio Castro.
Maria Luvana Jacobo.
Brian Guzman Herrera.
Colton Felix Olais.
Juliana Chavez Ortega.
Bianca Flores.
Carla Alcaraz Mendez.
Maria Palacios Ruiz.
Daniela Gonzalez Ramos.
Ava Watts.
Norma Isabel Vega Rivera.
Maximus Savage.
Paola Villalobos Rangel.
Arlene Cayas Campos.
Nicole Enriquez Portillo.
Leslie Romero.
Kenya Carrillo Ramos.
Stephanie
And one more time, Austin Kennedy.
Esmeralda Grajeda.
Oscar Racinos.
Marissa Gonzalez.
Atzin Zepeda Cano.
Jimmy Perez.
Brian Garcia Landaverde.
Danny Sandoval Ornelas.
Angel Dominguez.
Beckham Villalobos.
Elmer Caceres Roa.
Zuli Valles Rodriguez.
Giovanni Ortega Monroy.
Fatima Silva Rodriguez.
Alejandro Eligio.
Sarai Para Espinola.
Chris Garcia.
Ricky Castillo.
Emilio Nuanez.
Melanie Mendoza Medina.
Oscar Gonzalez.
Cesar Hernandez.
Zach Artiega Brevis.
Marlon Monreal.
Isabella Philpon.
Zachary Sharkey.
Shanti Dela Cruz.
Joseph Stevenson.
Alondra Garcia.
Eitzel Vasquez Guevara.
Cassandra Carmesis.
Tatiani Quintana.
Stacy Melgar Medrano.
Danielle Romero.
Marcelino Modesto.
Mark Mahia Castillo.
Alexander Stats.
Valeria De La Mora Martin.
Mariela Lopez.
Denise Calderon Paniagua.
Julian Chagoya Garcia.
Erin Mendoza Rodriguez.
Yair Carranza Garcia.
Alex Contreras Aguilar.
Iram Garcia Sia.
Jose Lopez Barajas.
Juan Chavez Riza.
Moises Gutierrez.
Christian Castro.
Adrian Santos Jacome.
Andres S. Will.
Edgar Quesada Mena.
Edwin Chacon Guzman.
Jonathan Barraza Melendres.
Abigail Mish.
Benji Castings.
Anna Calzada Galaviz.
Angie Barajas Padilla.
Kyla Briva.
Jennifer Farias Ramirez.
Ivan Moctezuma de la Riva.
Brenda Robles Calzada.
Jorge Espino.
Fatima España Quiñones.
Stephanie Ayala Valencia.
Yahir Flores Anguiano.
John Campo.
Ricky Giron Perez.
Leo Arciniega Gutierrez.
Adrian Bram.
Rocio Asensio Vasquez.
Alejandro Robles.
Jocelyn Roman Garcia.
Abigail Salon.
Elvin Acosta Morales.
Corbin Burge.
Angel Collazo Garcia.
France South. Alzo.
Leonardo Quintero Ferreira.
Javier Fritz Olaya.
Gabriel Adame Bermudez.
Brisa Laura Gutierrez.
Jose Silva Flores.
Jennifer Anguiano.
Angelina Rose Lerma.
Clayton Boucher.
Stephanie Mendiola Salinas.
Jordan Roberts.
Naira Moreno Elias.
Sebastian Gomez.
Yomira Rosales Guerrero.
Anthony LaRoe Jr.
Victor Ponsar.
Maria Fears.
Trezell Patterson.
Erica Rupert.
Alex Ramos.
Benjamin Vasquez Tapia.
Messiah Washington.
Aiden Chesser.
Trinity Smith.
Sarah Calderas Rubio.
Tanner Garcia Hernandez.
Jasper Melgar Pinto.
Abigail Rose McKean.
Carlos Moreno Angulo.
Mia Fleming.
Mark Indefenso.
Thomas Manuel Duenas Morales.
Edgar Fernandez.
Nathan Manbridge.
Brandon Hernandez.
Angelin Owen.
Christian Bernardino Martinez.
Tyler Tate.
Eric Vasquez.
Margarita Ramirez Cardenas.
Jason Parmar.
Daniela Rodriguez Ruiz.
Javante Means.
Santiago Martinez.
Anthony Ramos Gomez.
Salvador Garcia Murillo.
Steve Haritas Alcaraz.
Bailey Rose.
Anthony Cristales Canas.
Lena Medeiros.
Steve Murda Canas.
Ivania Martin.
Giovanni Medina Farias.
Imani Maria Garner.
Joaquin Salazar Sainz.
Christian Almeida.
Raymond Luna.
Anthony Latham.
Brandon Jasso Ariano.
Luis Rodriguez Fernandez.
Salvador Maldonado Mendoza.
Dominic Wolf.
Ethan Franco Ramirez. All right. Now Ethan Franco Ramirez. Natalie Jimenez Reyes. Emily Gomez Juarez.
Class of 2021, please rise. Now it's time for something you've all been waiting for.
It's time for the turning of the tassel.
The turning of the tassel symbolizes our transition from candidate to graduate.
Together we will turn our tassels from right to left, officially finalizing today's ceremony as graduates from Sparks High School. Ready, railroaders? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Great job. Great job. Great job.